Have you ever felt like you repeat patterns or face challenges that seem to pass down from generation to generation in your family? This may be what many call family curses. But first of all, it is essential to understand that the power to change is in your hands. The first step to breaking these chains is recognizing their existence. We are often shaped by stories and traumas that didn't start with us, but recognizing these influences is important. By accepting that these patterns can be changed, we begin the path to true liberation. Freeing yourself from generational curses is not only an act of personal healing, but also a transformative change that can benefit your entire lineage. When you decide to face and change these patterns, you are not only healing yourself, but also paving the way for future generations to live free from these burdens. This change is not just about avoiding past mistakes, but also about creating a new legacy. Every conscious choice and every intentional change in your life are steps towards writing a new story, a story of success, health, and happiness that will be your true legacy. Throughout this discussion, we'll unpack the signs that show you're on the right path to breaking those chains, setting healthy boundaries, taking care of your mental health, and more. Each step taken is a fundamental piece in the construction of a new life. Keep in mind that the journey to freedom from family curses is deeply personal and unique to each of us. It is a continuous process of self-knowledge, healing, and growth. Welcome to the Eye of the Soul channel. At this point in our journey, we will discuss an important concept for any process of change and personal growth: establishing and maintaining healthy limits. Knowing how to set limits is like building a protective wall around your emotional, physical, and mental well-being. But why is this so important? Especially when we talk about breaking family curses. Establishing clear limits is an act of self-knowledge. You recognize your needs, your limits, and what is essential for your health and well-being. By doing this, you not only protect yourself, but you also teach others what it's like to be treated, establishing a standard of respect and mutual care. Maintaining these limits is not always easy. Often, especially in family contexts, we may encounter resistance. It could be a family member who doesn't understand or respect your boundaries. Here, firmness is your ally. Standing firm in your decisions shows that you value yourself and are committed to your health and well-being. Additionally, by setting boundaries, you allow your energy to be directed toward areas of your life that truly matter and that bring growth and happiness. This is especially important when we are trying to break negative cycles and build new positive patterns. Another essential point is the development of self-esteem. When you are clear about your limits, you position yourself in a way that reinforces your self-esteem. Every time you defend your boundaries, you are telling yourself that you deserve respect and care. This process also involves accepting that not everyone will understand or support your limits, and that's okay. Freedom comes when we stop seeking external approval for our essential life choices and start living according to our own values and needs. Additionally, setting healthy boundaries can be a powerful way to model behaviors for others, especially for younger generations. By showing how to protect yourself and respect your own needs, you set a positive example for others to follow. Limits are not barriers to keep people apart, but rather bridges that clearly define how far we can go with respect for ourselves and others. They are vital to any healthy relationship and are an essential component in the journey of healing family curses. Moving forward on our journey of healing and transformation, a key aspect of breaking family curses is the conscious decision not to get involved in family drama. This choice can be one of the most challenging steps, but also one of the most liberating. Disengaging from family conflicts doesn't mean you don't care about your family. On the contrary, it means you are choosing a healthier way of relating to them. This involves recognizing that certain discussions or patterns of behavior are cyclical and do not contribute to anyone's well-being. By choosing not to participate in drama, you protect your energy and focus on your own emotional health and personal growth. This creates a much-needed space for you to reflect on your own issues and work on yourself, rather than constantly being pulled into the emotional chaos of others. This choice also promotes a healing environment. When you refrain from fueling drama, you are sending a clear message that new behaviors are needed. This may encourage other family members to reconsider their own actions and possibly choose healthier paths. Additionally, by distancing yourself from family dramas, you gain a clearer, more objective perspective on family patterns. This can be important in understanding the roots of certain family curses and how they perpetuate themselves. With this understanding, it becomes easier to consciously work to change these patterns. Focusing on your own growth and well-being often requires you to set firm and clear boundaries, as we discussed earlier. These limits are essential to maintain your decision not to engage in toxic dynamics and help to strengthen your emotional resilience. It is also important to cultivate relationships and environments that are positive and supportive. By doing this, you build a support network that values peace and personal growth over conflict and drama. This new circle of influence will be vital to your healing journey. By choosing to disengage from family dramas, you are, in effect, choosing peace and the possibility of a fuller, more satisfying life. This is a demonstration of self-love and respect for yourself, and a vital step towards breaking the chains of family curses. One of the most significant pillars for a full and healthy life is prioritizing self-care and mental health. This step is essential not only for your personal well-being, but also as a way to transform negative patterns that may have been passed down through generations. Self-care is an act of self-love and respect. By dedicating time and energy to taking care of yourself, you are sending a powerful message to your body and mind that your health and well-being are a priority. This can range from simple practices like healthy eating and exercise to moments of stillness and meditation that help restore your internal balance. Mental health, specifically, is fundamental in this journey of breaking family curses. Many of the pains and traumas we experience have deep roots in past experiences and family patterns. Therefore, facing these traumas, often with the help of a therapy professional, is essential to understand and heal the wounds that may be affecting your life in ways that you don't always realize. Investing in your mental health also means learning to deal with emotions in a healthy way. Recognizing, accepting, and expressing your emotions are important steps to avoid repeating the mistakes or emotional repressions that may have been common in your family. This not only helps prevent negative cycles from continuing, but also strengthens your own emotional intelligence. Additionally, self-care and attention to mental health can promote greater resilience. By taking care of yourself, you strengthen yourself against adversity and better prepare yourself to face challenges, whether new or old patterns that try to repeat themselves in your life. It is also important to create an environment that encourages self-care. This may mean changing your environment, seeking out supportive communities, or even altering daily routines to ensure you have space and time to take care of yourself. These changes, although they may seem small, have a significant impact on your quality of life and your healing process. Every step you take towards self-care is a step out of the negative patterns and cycles of the past. It is an act of rebellion against family curses and a commitment to a new story of health and happiness. Moving forward in our discussion, we come to an important point: the formation and maintenance of healthy relationships. Having relationships that are enriching, respectful, and mutually supportive is critical not only to our personal well-being, but also as a means of transforming negative patterns that may have been perpetuated in our families. It is essential to understand that healthy relationships begin with self-esteem. When you value yourself and understand your own worth, you are more prepared to establish and maintain healthy patterns in your relationships. This includes knowing how to communicate your needs, actively listen and respect others' limits, as well as expecting the same to be done for them. Within family relationships, this can mean breaking old cycles of behavior, such as dysfunctional communication or a lack of emotional support. By modeling new ways of interacting, you not only improve your own life, but you also provide a new roadmap for your family members. Additionally, consciously choosing to surround yourself with people who reflect the values you want in your life is vital. Friends, partners, and even colleagues who encourage and support your personal growth can be incredible allies on your healing journey. They can offer different perspectives, emotional support, and the motivation you need to keep moving forward. Maintaining healthy relationships also requires open and honest communication. This means expressing yourself clearly and respectfully, being willing to resolve conflicts constructively, and being open to receiving feedback that may not always be easy to hear, but is essential for mutual growth. Another important aspect is the ability to forgive. Forgiving does not mean forgetting or excusing harmful behaviors, but rather releasing the emotional burden that can prevent the formation of new healthy relationships. Forgiveness is powerful for releasing past resentments and making space for new positive experiences. It's important to be aware and avoid replicating the toxic patterns you are trying to break. This requires constant vigilance and a willingness to make difficult but necessary changes in the way you relate to others. Another vital aspect in the journey of breaking family curses is developing emotional resilience. Resilience is the ability to recover and adapt in the face of adversity, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. This trait is essential when dealing with negative family patterns and seeking to create a new legacy of emotional health and well-being. Understanding that emotional resilience is not an innate disposition, but rather a skill that can be developed, is fundamental. This means that regardless of your background or family circumstances, you have the power to strengthen your resilience through mindful practices and dedication. To develop emotional resilience, it is essential to face past traumas and difficulties. This can be challenging, but it is important to understand and reprocess experiences that may be negatively influencing your current life. Additionally, maintaining a positive outlook is a key component of resilience. This does not mean ignoring problems or negative emotions, but rather choosing to focus on possibilities and solutions. Cultivating optimism can help you move through difficult times with a more balanced and hopeful attitude. Building a support network is also essential. Having people you can trust, who offer emotional support and understand your struggles, can make a huge difference in your ability to be resilient. These relationships provide not only comfort, but also valuable perspective and advice when we face challenges. Regular self-care practices, as discussed previously, also strengthen emotional resilience. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health creates a solid foundation that allows you to face adversity with greater balance and strength. Another important aspect is learning to adapt to changes. Life is full of uncertainty, and learning to navigate change effectively is an important skill. This involves flexibility and the ability to adjust your expectations and behaviors as needed. Celebrating each victory along the way is vital. Recognizing and valuing your own progress, no matter how small, reinforces your perception of your own effectiveness and strengthens your emotional resilience. Each positive step is one more brick in the construction of a new life structure, free from the curses of the past. It is important to recognize the importance of seeking and valuing professional help. This step is often vital to overcoming deep trauma and promoting true, lasting healing. Understanding that complex problems like family curses and generational trauma often require insights and techniques that only mental health professionals possess is critical. These specialists are trained to help delve deeper into complicated emotional issues and offer effective healing strategies. Seeking professional help also demonstrates a commitment to your own well-being and personal development. It is a recognition that taking care of your mental health is as important as taking care of your physical health. This act of seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but rather of strength and self-respect. Professional help can offer a safe space to explore your emotions and experiences without judgment. Therapists and counselors provide a supportive environment where you can open up and work through your issues with confidentiality and ongoing support. Additionally, professionals can help you identify patterns of behavior and thinking that you may not be able to see on your own. They can help you create an action plan to change these patterns, which is important for breaking negative cycles and building new, healthier, and more positive ways of being. Professional help is also valuable in promoting emotional and psychological education. Learning about mental health and ways to care for it can profoundly change your perspective and improve the quality of your life. This is especially important in communities or families where the stigma surrounding mental health is still strong. Seeking a professional can be a catalyst for change, not just for you, but also as a positive example for others in your family or community. By taking the initiative to seek help, you can inspire others to do the same, extending the impact of your healing far beyond yourself. We come to an essential component: forgiveness and releasing the past. Forgiveness can be one of the most challenging steps, but also one of the most freeing, allowing us to cut the emotional ties that bind us to old patterns and pain. Forgiveness begins with recognizing that holding on to past resentments and hurts only hurts us. These negative emotions can be a major obstacle to our happiness and personal growth. Forgiving does not mean forgetting what happened or excusing the behavior of others, but rather choosing to release the emotional burden that these experiences have on us. This process involves looking at situations and relationships that caused pain with a new perspective. It's about understanding that each person operates within their context and limitations, and that often the harmful behaviors of others are a reflection of their own struggles and traumas. Forgiving is also an act of self-love. By releasing the past, you give yourself the opportunity to live a fuller present and build a healthier future. This involves allowing yourself to feel all the emotions associated with the process, acknowledging them, and allowing them to pass without letting them define who you are or what you are capable of becoming. Releasing the past can also mean reevaluating and sometimes redefining relationships with family members. It is not always necessary to maintain a close relationship with those who have hurt us, especially if they continue to be a source of pain. Establishing limits, as we discussed previously, is essential in this process. Another important aspect of forgiveness is recognizing the role you yourself may have played in perpetuating certain patterns or conflicts. This self-examination is about taking responsibility for your own actions and choices and learning from them. Furthermore, forgiveness often requires time and patience. It is a process that can be gradual and requires continuous reflection and commitment. The important thing is to remain committed to your own growth and healing. By forgiving and releasing the past, you make room for new experiences and relationships. This new space can be filled with love, joy, and peace, elements that are fundamental to a truly enriched life, free from old curses. An also transformative aspect is the establishment of new family traditions. Creating new practices and rituals can be a powerful way to solidify positive changes and reinforce healthy values within the family. To establish new traditions, simply identify the values that are important to you and your family. It could be love, respect, open communication, or mutual support. Think about the qualities you want to cultivate and reflect on how these values can be incorporated into regular activities or rituals. Once you are clear about the values you want to promote, begin creating traditions that reflect and reinforce those values. For example, if you value open communication, you could establish a weekly sharing dinner where each family member can share their experiences and feelings in a safe and nurturing way. These new traditions do not need to be complex or grand. The most important thing is that they are meaningful to you and your family. They can be as simple as a weekly nature walk, a board game on Friday nights, or a moment of gratitude before meals. The goal is to create moments of connection and mutual support. Additionally, involving all family members in the process of creating these traditions can increase a sense of belonging and commitment to change. This also allows everyone to feel valued and important in the family transformation process. These new traditions also serve as a counterpoint to the negative patterns of the past. They act as constant signs that change is possible and that the past does not need to define the future. Plus, they help create a new family legacy of positivity and mutual support. Establishing new family traditions can also be a form of healing. By replacing old habits and painful memories with new practices filled with love and respect, you and your family can begin to rebuild and strengthen bonds in a healthy and sustainable way. Flexibility is essential. Traditions can evolve over time as a family's needs change. The important thing is to stay focused on the underlying values and intention to strengthen the family and create an environment of love and support. As a last aspect, we have the adoption of personal growth and transformation as a life commitment. This commitment is not just about changing external circumstances, but more importantly, about transforming yourself internally so that your entire being resonates with new possibilities and perspectives. On this journey of personal growth, it is important to make a commitment to yourself. Decide that no matter what, you are dedicated to constantly learning, evolving, and improving. This commitment is the foundation upon which all other growth practices will be built. Adopting a growth mindset means seeing every challenge as an opportunity to learn and expand your horizons. Instead of feeling defeated by setbacks or failures, ask yourself, what is this experience trying to teach me? This approach not only alleviates the burden of perfectionism, but also opens up avenues for creative solutions and innovations. Furthermore, personal growth involves cultivating curiosity and openness to new experiences. Try new hobbies, read books of different genres, travel to new places, or simply change your daily routine. Each new experience is a chance to gain insights and expand your understanding of the world and yourself. Another important aspect is self-reflection. Take time regularly to reflect on your experiences, feelings, and reactions. Keep a journal, meditate, or simply take a quiet moment to think. Self-reflection allows you to make adjustments to your path and maintain alignment with your values and goals. It is also essential to learn to accept change. Life is in constant flux, and resisting it will only bring suffering. By accepting change, you allow yourself to flow with life, adapting and growing through the transformations it brings. Share your journeys and learnings with others. Teaching is a powerful form of learning. By sharing your growth and transformations, you not only reinforce your own learning, but also inspire others to embark on their own personal development journeys. The process of breaking family curses begins with awareness and recognition of negative patterns. This involves looking honestly at your past and that of your family, identifying behaviors and traumas that need healing. From there, you can start making conscious choices to change these patterns. Establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries was one of the first steps we discussed. This is essential to protecting your emotional and physical well-being, allowing you to grow in an environment of respect and self-care. We also learned about the importance of disengaging from family dramas, prioritizing self-care and mental health, and forming healthy relationships. Each of these steps contributes to a solid foundation upon which you can build a new life, free from the constraints of the past. We develop emotional resilience and discuss how seeking and valuing professional help can be a catalyst for healing and transformation. We recognize the importance of forgiveness and releasing the past to truly move forward. We establish the idea of creating new family traditions that reflect and reinforce healthy values, showing how these new patterns can be a powerful antidote to old cycles of pain and conflict. Finally, we address embracing personal growth and transformation as a lifelong commitment, something that not only benefits you, but can also serve as an inspiration to others around you. Each step toward healing is a victory and a testimony to the power of the human spirit to overcome and transform. You are not alone on this journey. Every conscious choice and every positive change you make not only alters your life, but can also positively influence future generations. With this in mind, reflect on how you can continue to apply these learnings in your life. How can you inspire and support others to begin their own transformation journeys? I hope this video was enlightening and enriching. Remember that change is always possible, and it is within your reach.